Thank you. I have held it in firm belief for a very long time that the student dedicated to the pursuit of learning is the best judge of education. After all, it's his education. So, once again, here I am, and boy am I judging. But what is education? Let's start there, because when someone calls themselves an educator, they should know what education is. To me, education involves discovery. It involves the discovery of the self, the discovery of knowledge held within books and ideas, the discovery that there is an entire world out there for the taking. So by this definition, what is a teacher? Well, for starters, I can tell you what a teacher is not: a proctor. Teachers aren't teaching when they're administering test after test that only serve to limit the definition of education through rote memorization. I don't go to school to bubble in my ID number on a piece of paper. I go to school to discover myself, to discover the knowledge held within books and ideas, to discover a world I'm supposed to take by storm with the knowledge my teachers have introduced me to. And yet this administration, whether it is the JCBOE, the NJ Department of Education, or whichever bobbleheads are directing these education reforms, seem to do everything in their power to do the exact opposite. My teachers are not giving me knowledge with the help of the Board of Education. They're giving me knowledge in spite of the Board of Education. I come from McNair Academic HS, one of the best schools in the state. It's been that way for as long as I can remember. Its reputation precedes it. And why is that? Not because 100% of its students show growth on an SGO, but because they use the personal, immeasurable growth that its teachers have instilled in them to attend the best colleges in the world and make a name for themselves. But these education reforms are doing everything they can to limit such growth to semi-robotic test-taking abilities. You are creating a system that enforces such skills as the future, but in this great big world full of opportunity, not one potential employer is going to ask me how well I did on the PARCC. I had the opportunity, or misfortune, or however you look at it, to take a sample PARCC test today. The PARCC has been advertised as this great big test of all tests carrying magical qualities. It is supposedly able to quantify the level of student growth that I have described in my definition of education. The problem is, this test is a flop. The questions are misworded and misguided. The test tools are actually hindrances. The video-based questions don't actually work. And we as a district, and especially McNair as a school, do not even have the technology needed to support this test. You've heard the complaints, you've seen the glitches on this test, and everything is falling apart, and we don't want to be a part of it anymore. So many districts from all over the state are seeing that this test is an absolute waste of time, money, and resources, and they're handling it accordingly by creating opt-out or refusal procedures, or whatever you want to call it, for parents. Where are ours? I've heard rumors, but I think I speak for everybody in this room and everybody in the city when I say that rumors don't mean a thing. We don't want rumors, we want answers. You can't do what you've been doing and keep tabling this until it's too late for anybody to have the choice to withdraw, because regardless of the complete lack of morality that would entail, doing that is tantamount to deliberate misinformation. You are not elected for that, and we are not here for that. Why should I, as a student, have to sit in a stressed-out guinea pig for this prime example for misappropriated tax funds? I have SATs in March, APs in May, subject tests, scholarship applications, early decision apps, my course load, and my extracurriculars and resume builders. And I don't have the time or the energy to worry about a test that A, doesn't even count towards my graduation requirements anymore, and B, will take up class time right until AP week. That's 2 full months wasted. The state has so many backup plans for graduation requirements that my head is spinning, and you wouldn't need that many backup plans unless you knew that your plan A is about to go down in flames.
Wow.
I want my education back. Enough of this. Enough of this willful blindness directed towards your staff, your students, and most importantly, your bosses, the people who elected you. Dr. Lyles, I understand that you're financially, personally invested in seeing the PARCC happen. It will not work. Your countless attempts at quantifying the immeasurable traits of growth, learning, and discovery students experience in school will not work. Enough of this focus on testing as opposed to learning. My teachers did not pursue English majors at Stanford or history majors at Yale to hand out pencils and Scantron. They became teachers to open up our world. So wake up, face the music, and let them. Thank you.